Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Stranger Babe, and this is my first live. Um, I was hoping someone would join me, and the reason why I call myself Stranger Babe is because it's the meaning of my name in different languages. So that's pretty much it. One thing I wanted to talk about is gang stalking. I've been on YouTube for about 3 years now, and I've been experiencing gang stalking. And this is my apartment. Before I get into that, this is my apartment. If anybody is familiar with my my channel, you'll know that I had kittens and cats, and I was feeding them. Those was the neighborhood feral kittens that I was feeding. I'm a little nervous, but bear with me. Yeah, I was feeding the cats in the neighborhood, and I really enjoyed that. I moved to Salt Lake City, Utah. You gotta excuse my voice. I've been doing a lot of talking, so I'm having a little sip. I've been doing a lot of talking. As you can see, it's not much in my apartment because I don't plan to stay here that long. I don't know how the live started. I was trying to figure out how it works because this is my first live. And hopefully someone will join me soon. I'm gonna watch the words that is supposed to come on the screen, see whether or not I could get someone to join me. Right now, I don't have anybody here with me, and that's okay. It's Sunday, and it's Mother's Day. I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and I appreciate anyone that comes through. Here, I guess you gotta set the atmosphere how you want it, set the ambiance or whatever. But anyway, I'm waiting for somebody to join me on chat. I got 0 people right now, and I kind of figured out what's gonna happen because, yeah, I'm new here, and I want to do a lot of live chats. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and then some. But what I wanted to say about gang stalking, I am a victim of gang stalking, and they're using like the B2K on me. I don't want to go into it too deep because it's a lot to take in on, first meeting somebody live, but I could tell you it's very intense, and it does have a lot to do with voice to skull. And it's like mimicking schizophrenia. I think everybody have some kind of little issues they're trying to work out. But this is a man-made schizophrenia. This is what the V2K is. Now, how did I get GameStop? Why? This is what I figured out. I figured simply because I used to go on channels and just, yeah, I guess you could say troll. I found it funny. I found it entertaining. I say troll, people, when you don't agree with everybody and you have your own opinions and um, you're not easily swayed to the majority's way of thinking. So when you're not easily swayed, you have a crowd of people, a gang of people that will try to, degrade you, they talk shit about you. Call you dumb, call you stupid just because you don't go along with the narrative that's been set. So, I'm one of those people where I don't go along with it. I can think for myself and I come up with my own conclusions. And if it's something that I feel that's it's just not right, it don't sit well with me. There's right and there's wrong. And if it doesn't fit like what I'm thinking, because this is the way I feel, and I feel strongly about it. I've been in this world long enough to know that there's forces in this world that want you to bend. They don't want you to think for yourself. They want you to think like everybody else do. And I don't think that way. I think the way my brain works. This is what's running me. My brain is running my head. It's not what I read, nothing I see, or what anybody says. Is how my brain works. And I'm a free thinker. Simple as that. So I decided to come on live and talk about game stocking because I'm being game stocked. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's real. And, I know a couple of my game stalkers will probably come on the live. Hello. They'll probably come on the live and, try to bait me, try to rage bait, gaslight, and all this kind of stuff. I wish I could start my first live, with gumdrops and lollipops, but it's just not what's happening right now. Um, as far as gang stalking, mine started when I was in Tallahassee. I made a video of me dancing. I thought it was funny, because I was dancing pretty silly. And from that point on, somebody came into the yard and they was mimicking how I was dancing, which I really didn't care because once you put yourself out there, it's going to happen. But I didn't think people would have the nerve to come where you live just so they can mock you. So that was a surprise to me, and that was my first. That's what I remember the first time gang stalking had occurred. They was actually coming to where I live and mimicking my dance. And my dance was very silly and was immature, and it was a joke. It was a simple joke. But after that happened, then I was, people started putting like rodents on the back of my porch, like rats and shit. Like I was staying in a project. Yes, I am like familiar with the hood, but I was staying in a project and they was putting like rodents on my porch like I'm a rat. Now, what I'm ratting out, I can't tell you. I don't know what the hell they think I was ratting on. I guess just being, a YouTuber, they think maybe you're gonna go around and talk shit about tell what's going on in the hood. That, anything that's been told in the hood, been told 100 times over. It's nothing new. Ain't nothing new under the sun. So I'm assuming they thought I was going to just talk about hood shit, but that's not really what I was doing. What I wanted to do when I got on YouTube is I wanted to get that $100 a month extra, period. It didn't have nothing to do with exposing anybody. So, it's a little cup I got. I didn't take the stick off. But back to the game stalking. So, this is add a question, Caesar. This part being your age. Well, I'm good on that. Like I said, this is my first YouTube live. And I call myself Strange Babe simply because it's the meaning of my name in a different language. And from what I hear, it's not a good idea to put your whole name out there anyway. Eventually, I will tell you what my name is. Hello, goodbye. As I can see people coming and going on here, which is kind of different. It's strange. I'm new here, so. But anyway, the game stalking. I mean, I started getting people following me. I started getting people doing their little theater, little skits, like I'm going to record somebody acting like a fool. The only time I record anybody acting like a fool, I'm not into the skits, that these gang stalkers do. The only time I want to record is when it's affecting me, when you're in my face and you're bugging me and you're very close and I can't fucking resist. Like this got to be videotaped. But as far as these made up little skits that they like to do, I'm not gonna record it. I'm just not gonna do it. I think it's a waste of time. Now, these videos are just for adults. I do not want any kids on this platform. I know a lot of gang stalkers would try to put their kids out. They fake that their kids are online. I'm 10 years old. I'm 14. I don't want any minors on here. I don't. I prefer adults only because I do curse. I have a lot profanity that I use at times, but I'm trying today not to use it. But what I'm going through makes me want to use it. I mean, this gang stalking shit is real, and I watch people talk about gang stalking, and I watch like subscribers or the viewers, it like it's not real, trying to dismiss it. They're trying to dismiss it. That's my refrigerator making ice. The thing is loud, but they would try to make dismiss it like it's a joke. It's not a joke. It's not mental illness. It's real. V2K is very real, and what V2K is they say it's voice to skull. It's when you're hearing things. Well, oh, that's schizophrenic, bitch, you crazy. No, it is real. Now, the ones that I hear with this B2K, um, they say they're doing it from a satellite. They pretend to be all different kinds of organizations. They pretend to be Masons, and they could be. They pretend to be cops. They say they're LGBTQ, and then they would even say they're prostitutes that smoke crack. This is how. Um, this is the lies that they tell. I think people that that's doing the game stalking, they will not say who they are, so they would use different organizations as a front, to hide who they really are. But for the most part, I would love to keep this light, but I felt like I need to get out I need to start running. And as far as telling y'all what's going on, someone said that you shouldn't talk about gang stalking because it's just your um, other YouTubers that they're the ones that's clowning you, and they find it funny. I don't find it funny when you get off, when you get that's stalking to me. So I don't find gang stalking funny at all. I don't care if you just wanted to mimic my dancing or whatever. You have no business coming to where I live to do that. mental illness is real also, just like gang stalking is real. But that's the topic I wanted to start off with. But, as time going on, I'm at 15 minutes, 55 seconds. I want to talk about other things too, like my cats. And, and that has a lot to do with the gang stalking. My cats, they shot the damn cats with a gun, took like a nickel patch of skin off them. And that's when I knew gang stalking was dangerous, and um, it was real. They would kept hurting the cats. I had kittens. Anybody who seen my videos will know I had raised like 2 litters of kittens, and all I was trying to do is get them to the point where they were strong enough to survive on their own. But what happened was they kept stealing them. They kept stealing the cats. If they weren't trying to kill them, they were trying to steal them. Now, I don't know the words I can and cannot use on here, but I'm going to try. I guess they said unalive them, unalive the kittens. Okay, now, as far as me being on here, I just wanted to talk about that because these gang stalkers thought I would not go live. Oh, yes, the hell I would. I will go live and I'll tell the whole world about this damn B2K shit because every time it's possible. B2K is possible and it's happening. It's not is not schizophrenia. It's a man-made schizophrenia. They're mimicking schizophrenia. With the voice to skull, people acting crazy around you, following you, trying to, invoke the fear, and you're trying to get you angry. They only bring the negative they only bring the negative energy to you. It's either fear, anger, or sadness. So I it had got to the point where they was playing these games with me so much it was just looping fear, anger, sadness over and over again. Once again, this is my first live, and I'm talking about gang stalking and the negativity that it brings to you. I mean, it will literally make you sick, physically sick. You'll start having anxiety. I mean, my gang stalkers was telling me, come outside, like they wanted to fight. And I used to go outside. I'd go outside just to see what was up. I mean, like, hell, if you want to fight, then I guess I'm going to have to come out here and fight. Because, I mean, you're calling me out. You want to do something to me. And then when I go outside, it ain't nothing there. Oh, you so stupid. Now, this is the V2K shit I'm talking about. They would say, come out and fight them. And then when you come outside, oh, you so stupid. You so stupid. It's a game for them, to keep me, anybody else experience it, just in a defensive type mood, like you gotta protect yourself. And then it's like, should I go outside? And could it be somebody out here? Because they would also talk about the pew pew, like they're going, let's see, funny thing the kid has said to you. They would talk about the pew pews and how they're gonna use them on you, and just threats. I mean, this B2K gang stalking people will threaten you. But like I said, they'll say come outside But then when you go outside, ain't nothing there. And it's a mind screw, is what it is. Welcome to my live, and thank you for coming through. Um, I don't think I'm going to talk about all gang stocking all the time. I'm going to talk about different things, let y'all get to know me. So then maybe I can have some mods and so on. This is my blue cup that I put my cold beverages in. I didn't pay that much for it, but I sure definitely utilize it. Now, am I a gossip channel? No, I don't like gossip. I don't like vicious gossip. If it's gonna hurt somebody, then I don't want to talk about it. I don't think I'm hurting anybody when I talk about game stalking because it's a fake. They fake as fuck. They're very fake. They're playing games with your mind, my mind, anybody's mind. It's a big game for them. But to me, it's not funny, and I don't appreciate it, not even a little bit. Now, I know I'm talking like back to back to back to back to back to back, but I want to get all this out. I gotta get it out. So I don't have to. Well, I'll probably talk about it again, but I then look at it. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I want to talk about it. But I don't want this whole channel to be about gang stalking because I feel that's what they want. They want that recognition. They want people to talk about them so they can get, more and more popular so more people will want to start participating in gang stalking. Like I said, I used to troll. When I trolled, I guess you could call it when you go against the grain. It's not like I was hating on anybody. I was just talking shit when I was talking. When someone had a subject, yes, I gave my opinion and I threw a little hood in it. I threw a little hood in it. So I guess I offended some people. But from what I hear, it don't matter what you say, somebody's gonna be offended. It doesn't matter if you're nice 24/7 and sending out all these good vibes. There's always gonna be somebody that's gonna be like up yours. And like, well, damn, I ain't even say nothing. I thought I was being nice. They don't give a crap if you're nice or not. They don't give a crap. They wanna offend you. They wanna offend you, they wanna troll you, they wanna be rude to you. So that's why I think I can handle like these trolls or negative comments because I've been gang stalked for 2 years now. I mean, just constantly berated. I've been berated, so I'm like, I can handle trolls on the internet. If I can handle them in real life, I can handle them on the internet. So that's why I'm here. And like I said, my name is Stranger Babe. It ain't no stranger danger, it's danger stranger. So I'm not playing those little games that they like to do because I know that a lot of these trolls love to throw kids in the mix. I think they be slapping the kids to make them cry in the store. Give them a little pinch. They drag these kids all in the store just so they can gang stalk. Somebody said they get gift cards and they have their baby right along with them, get a baby a little slap so the baby can cry. I mean, I don't put nothing past them. I really don't. Because like I said, I've been gang stalked for the last 2 years now in person, not not online, in person. So I know I can handle the trolls and whatnot in here. I'm gonna try my best not to do a lot of cussing. I'm gonna try not to do a lot of cussing. But I do cuss. I cuss a lot. But I'm gonna do my best not to cuss. But I done cussed maybe like 3, 4 times already. So that's out the window. Out the window. I appreciate anybody that came through, even if it's a few seconds to see what I'm talking about. I know a lot of people don't want to talk about gang stalking. They don't believe it. They think it's a conspiracy. It's a joke or whatever. It's not a fucking joke. It's real. And it's YouTubers. It's your colleagues out there clowning you. You know. So that's why I figured I'll do a live, and so I could meet these people on live, because I done seen them in person. I want to know what they got to say to me. Whatever you got to say to me, come and say it now. Now, this is my first, like I said, this is my first live, so I'm trying to see how this works. I'm looking all over the screen, and I'm trying to figure some stuff out. I don't know what these purple crowns are. I guess they're mods or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Every time I go on YouTube, it's something new. But just thanks for coming in, and listening to what I have to say. Right now, it's 0 people here, which I hear it may change, may not. I don't know. I guess it depends on what I'm talking about. If I'm acting like a damn fool, then they want to watch me act like a damn fool. But I need some interacting. I don't plan to act like a damn monkey on this thing, but I will get my point across, anywhere I have to. I'm looking for the trolls that been trolling me, is what I'm doing. I'm on a troll hunt. I'm really ready to confront them, because I believe they come from right off this internet. Because there ain't no other way they could know me other than this internet. They've been playing games with me for the last 2 years, and I had it up to a year. I'm ready to confront it. I'm ready, sit up there saying something to me and then walking away, or just little slick shit in person, playing little troll games. They came right from this internet. That's why I'm here. I want to see who they are. I want to see their accounts. I want to be able to talk to them. Now, from what I hear, you don't have to do too much talking. I've seen a couple of internet people don't say nothing. But I know I done started out with a lot to say, but I have a lot to say. That's why I'm talking like I am, because I have a lot to talk about. This 2 years of gang stalking and hurting my cats. Well, they weren't my cats, but hurting cats that I was feeding. I really need to see who these internet people are. Is. And they be like, don't say is. Don't say R, say is. Well, you know what? I'm from the South, the dirty, dirty. And sometimes I'm going to use incorrect grammar, so get used to it. You want to correct me, do it in the chat. It's not gonna change nothing. I'm pretty much set in my ways, and what I say is what I meant. I don't care if it's not the proper grammar. It makes me no damn difference. Like I said, I'm from the South, and I'm gonna talk like the South because that's how I was raised. But if this ain't no testing, you ain't no teacher. That's another thing. This is not a test, and you're not my teacher, so you don't tell me how to talk. You know, this, who I'm talking to the people that's been trolling me, has been trolling me for 2 years now. That's who I'm talking to. And right now, I don't look like I'm talking to nobody. I was hoping when I came on here, they would flood the chat. Just flood the chat with their presence so we can just get it on. Now, I don't know how long this phone gonna let me record, but oh well, I'm still learning. From what I seen, what was it? People get on here and don't say nothing, say very little, they work out, you know, do all that good stuff, eat, and they just wait for somebody to come through. But I'm gonna tell you again, game stalking is real. It's fucking real. It's not a joke. There is nothing to play with. These people are actively trying to screw you over. And me, whoever been gang stalked, they're trying to screw you over. It's not a joke. It's no hee hee ha ha. They're trying to do it. They're trying to hurt you. You know, if they ain't trying to hurt your mind, they're trying to hurt that pocket, you know. Because what they did to me was I lost my wallet. And they always following me. So if I lose something, I could just think about losing something. And these things would say stuff like, go get a wallet, go get a wallet. And then I really believed they was getting it because what they would do is they would send my bank numbers to another state. Excuse me. They would send my bank numbers to another state. And they did it twice. So, yeah, I don't appreciate that. They sent my bank numbers to another state. They won't use your card in the state you're in. They'll send your numbers to another state and let another group try to rip you off. I told them like this, yeah, go right ahead. Rob the bank. Rob it. You so big and so fucking bad, rob the fucking bank and see what happens. Well, I don't see anybody in chat. I guess that's why everybody be like sitting there quietly, waiting for somebody to come through, which is kind of funny. I need to find out how long I can go live. I'm not sure what this phone will do. I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. Do people just actually sit on here like this? I guess so. Welcome to my first live. I'm Stranger Babe. 18 minutes in, 18 minutes, 30 something seconds. I'm not as nervous as I thought I would be. I thought I would be so nervous going live for the first time. I feel pretty comfortable, even though I'm kind of rambling about everything. But I feel pretty comfortable. So with 19 minutes in, I'm gonna just see what this clock is gonna do, how long it's gonna let me go live. Doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Thank you for coming through. This is Yesme TV. The reason why it's called Yesme TV because it's yes, me. It's me, yes, it's me. So, I don't know, it got 0 up here. Ain't nobody watching. I heard that it's a good time to do it at 8 o'clock. Maybe I could go live again. I'm not sure how many times you can go live, but I'm going to test this thing today. I'm in 20 minutes. 20 minutes went pretty fast. But once again, I'm talking about game stocking. I've been game stock for 2 years. And it kind of stopped me from going live. I'm just like, I gotta figure out who these freaking people is before I go live. Let's find out what's going on. Cause I'm telling you, this B2K was giving me headaches. Because what was happening was it seemed like they was reading my thoughts. I know it ain't nothing but a damn scam or some kind of hustle, but in the beginning of it, it felt like they was reading my damn mind word for word. And so I wasn't trying to go live until I figured out what this is. But I know it's a scam. I do know that. Oh, I got 2 likes. That's cool. Maybe they gave me a pity. Maybe I got a pity like. That's funny. But I appreciate it. If you like help, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Now, from what I hear, you, that's good. What I hear, you're just supposed to sit here and wait until well, I don't know, I ain't heard shit. I think you're supposed to just sit here and wait for somebody to come through and then you start talking. I don't know what the hell they want me to talk about. I see a lot of people talking about relationships, but I figure I'll start with gang stalking simply because I've been gang stalked by these damn troll ass motherfuckers, and I wanted to see who they was. Oops, I cussed. I said I wasn't gonna. I wanted to see who they are. I wanted them to see me, and I wanted them to talk to me. Talk to me online. That's why I'm here. Because after 2 years, I mean, yeah, it's time for a showdown. But yeah, I'm 23 minutes in. I don't know how long it's gonna let me be, but I'm kind of digging that. I'm gonna just go as far as it let me. We'll just do a long chat. But yeah, um, I talked a little bit about game stocking, but right now I'm just gonna talk about whatever I see in front of me and around me. Now, as you notice, my apartment is empty. Hello! Yeah, it's empty. Um, the reason why I don't have any furniture, I gave away a lot of my stuff um, because I wanted to move on the West Coast. Now, I thought the West Coast was going to be fun. It's not. Everybody on the East Coast, I realized that all the people are in Nevada, Washington, and California. They are not in Utah. That was, I'm like, I know they got something going on in Utah because I like the idea of partying in the valley. When they say they don't party in the valley, they don't do shit in the valley. I mean, I thought it'd be so cool being in a place where you're surrounded by mountains. I'm like, man, you can have a good time in the valley. No, you can't. At least I've tried. I've sat outside giving out all them positive vibes and not one bite. So, people are in their own world is what from what I see. They're just working, going to school, which I can respect that. I took a couple of classes down here. I took a couple. I took a. I'm sorry. Let me talk about the V2K some more. Like as I sit here, I can hear the V2K. They said they're using a satellite, and what it's doing is just talking shit to me. Now, I could tell you some of the things that the B2K is saying, but as far as spreading their lies, I'm not gonna do. They're gonna have to do that themselves. But I could tell you it has a lot to do with hyper persuasion. They'll repeat something so many times until your brain start entertaining it. And then you gotta just kind of shake yourself back to reality like, oh my goodness, I'm falling into their narrative. They bullshit the things that they're saying, so you can't entertain them. And it's best if you hear something like that, it's best not to even say nothing to them because if you say something to them, oh my gosh, they're off and running with the bullshit. And they act like they can read your mind. Now, if it's a lie, somebody else told it. Somebody else told it. Reading minds. Okay, now I know that they have, these people that say that I can read your mind and all this stuff. But word for word, I don't believe that's possible. I think it's some kind of, I don't know what it is. Because I haven't studied it. I don't know what it is. And I don't want to know what it is. But I read an article when they said they're going to try to make your thoughts a crime. And I think we're in that era now where they done got the technology where they can actually read what you're saying and they criminalize everything. This B2K thing, it does not, it does not, it doesn't laugh, it don't joke. That's why I said I think it's programmed to be a dick, to be an asshole, to criminalize you. It's 24/7. If it was good cop, bad cop, bad cop. Well, we're at 28 minutes. Ain't got nobody in the chat. That is interesting. But yeah, I guess the algorithm. Or maybe nobody don't want to talk to me. I told you don't want to talk to you. I asked you not to talk to me. But right now I'm just seeing how far I can go with this. The recording, how long it'll let me record. You know. That is cool. I don't think you can pause it. I'm not sure. I don't really want to touch it just yet and find out. Stop it. Let's see a microphone. Um, I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna have to play with it. But yeah, we're in the 30 minutes of me talking about this, that, and the other. But I'm here to confront my stalkers. The ones that's been stalking me for 2 years now. That stopped me from going live. You know, I didn't go to live. I didn't go live because I felt anxiety. I felt like I'm gonna have to argue with somebody. But after 2 years of being stalked, I'm ready to take it to the mattress. I'm ready to take it to the mattress. I'm not gonna keep me in stock for 20 years, damn it, I done lost train. I'm not gonna keep being stock, without addressing this. This got to be addressed. Because what they're doing, they're messing with my mental status. They're messing with my mental. They're driving me crazy. That's why I said it's time to confront this. That's why I came on live. And they're like, oh, that's so stupid to go on live and try to argue with trolls. These bitches are not on troll. They are not on live no more. They done got off live and got into my life. But I know they come from here. I hope everybody can hear me. This is my first live. I'm going to say that. And I hope everybody can hear me. I ask you not to talk to her. Don't talk to strangers. Baby, don't you talk. I don't know if that's going to mess it up, but I just did that. So, yeah, right now what I'm doing is just seeing how long I can record. We're going into 32 minutes. I got zero chatters. So I guess people are particular about who they're chatting with. And I want y'all to know, I've been watching a lot of different YouTubers. And no, I'm not gonna do nothing fucking stupid. Nothing to get me arrested. I damn sure ain't gonna do a backflip. All right, we're doing pretty good here. 33 minutes in the chat, so it looks like I could record for a minute here. Um, I wonder if I could pause it. I'm finna play with the buttons. Let's see. I don't know what that is. No, let's not do that. I don't think I got that many features. My phone is not hip. Maybe if I get some more subscribers, then I could get a better phone, and I feel like it's worth investing $200-300 into YouTube, and I'm not spending no 1,500 on a phone. I can tell you that much. But if I get enough subscribers, then maybe I would um, get a better phone so I can do all kinds of funny things with the video. I'm gonna press this button. Oh, I see. Okay. I see what that does. Oh. Alright, I had to press that to find out what that was. But yeah, if you want to ask me some questions about gang stalking, I can tell you about it. You want to know why? Because they've been gang stalking the shit out of me for the last 2 years. That shit, and no, I'm not crazy, and no, I'm not on no hardcore drugs. As a matter of fact, I got no drugs in me. This is kind of... Oh yeah, once again, I ain't got no furniture because I'm not going to be here that long. So I just got a little air mattress. The place is empty. I'll be out of here in no time. I gave away, like I said, I gave away a lot of stuff just to go to Utah and get gang the fuck stock out of. And then the thing about the B2K and being in your head and stuff, it's like your brain will play devil's advocate. Like the bitch is trying to get you in trouble. Like it'd be like my brain think this shit, part of my brain think this shit funny and make up shit. And then a part of my brain be like, yeah, go in and go along with it. And say fuck it. You know, the brain is a strange, a strange thing. And then part of my brain like, oh, you better deny, you better damn not be convinced. These mother blankers are crazy as hell. So you know, I don't think it's a good idea to use people's brain against them because they got all different compartments in it, and they just chop and screw it. At least mine do. Mine, I don't have a one-track mind. My mind does all kinds of stupid things that'll probably get me screwed over. It is zero damn people watching, ain't that so? That's interesting. Well, thanks a lot. Now, I guess if I was, you know, maybe they'll want to see that. But, yeah, I don't feel like doing that. That'd be fake as fuck. But yeah, I can hear the gang stalking. I can hear the V2K. And like I said, my brain be wanting to participate in stalking my own ass. It's like my brain join them. I'm like, well, get your ass back over here. So that's why I think whatever they're using ain't worth a shit. Cause the brain is a funny, fickle mother freaker. Okay, I love it that we're at 40 minutes. I don't know how long this phone will go. I really don't. But we're gonna let it run it. Run it. And as soon as I get comfortable with this live chat, then we could have some really real raw conversations. Because I'm on here, I'm not on here I guess I'll play a little bit, but you gotta understand I'm at a mature age. But I ain't doing too much fucking playing. It's very serious what I'm going through. But I know there's gonna be days where I'm gonna feel kind of silly in front of the camera, and I'm gonna share that with y'all. But as far when it comes to this game stocking shit, I'm serious as a heart attack because that's the kind of strain it puts on a person physical. It pulls, it tightens your heart. Like the anxiety and anxious. It ain't paranoia. It's like it's like fight or fight. You wanna fucking fight, but ain't nobody to fight. You know, and there ain't nowhere to run to. So you gotta stand up and fight them. That's why I came here. I wanted them to get on my live, and I wanted us to go toe to toe. Because I don't feel it's right for someone to be playing game fucking with my head. I got problems all fucking ready, and I damn sure don't need nobody playing with my head. For all my life I've been trying to keep it together. And with this game stock and shit, it's like, I think they're very aware of what the brain will do, and that's why they fucking with me. The brain will fuck you over. It play games with you too. And it like know thyself. Well, my brain fucks around. My brain plays too much. It find things funny, and I have to call it back. Like, hey, get your ass back over here. Don't play with that. Childish. My brain can be very childish. And poke the bear. You're dealing with a psychopath. There's no poking a psychopath. You gotta cut his head off. You can't play with him. But my brain will play with him. And it could get me in a situation that I don't want to be in. Gotta cut the head off the snake. Well, I appreciate whoever gave me those 2 likes. Thank you so much for saying hello to me and hi. I appreciate it, and I gotta recognize I see is Louise, Vanessa, and yeah, totally not Emma. Um, being no, no, totally not him. But yeah, everybody has said hello to me. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm doing game stalking hunting here. I'm calling out the people that's been game stalking me for 2 years, and they came from here. That's why I'm here. Thank you to the one, two, I think three people that came through to say hello and hi. I appreciate it very much. I want to get off topic. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm riding into 45 minutes now. And I think that's good enough time to be on here. You know, we're almost an hour. And once again, I am hunting the people that's hunting me. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you, real bad. I've been avoiding getting on live simply because I didn't know what was going on. Now I got an idea what's going on. I need to talk to you. And we need to do it where you came from. I'm at your house. I'm coming the way you live. You live on the internet. So I'm coming to your house now because you've been coming to mine outside the internet. Um, so I will go live again. This wasn't as bad as I thought it would. I thought I'd be like combative and I was ready to do battle. But this has been pretty tame so far. And I know only the best is yet to come. So I will be back. I will be back and we're gonna talk some more. Once again, thank you to the 3 or 4 people that came through just to say hi. I appreciate that very much. I hear something about Mars. I need to figure out um, what what I need to do. You know, I'm kind of a novice with going live stuff. I'm very wet behind the ears, but I'm gonna learn this. And I was trying to see how long can this go on. We're right at 46 minutes, which isn't bad. Stick that in there. Okay. We'll do it like this. Yeah. But anyway, ain't gonna stay on here too long. As you can see, I'm not a teenager, okay? I am not a teenager. And I'm here not to play around just yet. Not with my children. I'm not here to play with you. I'm here to get some answers. Not here playing with you, but other people, yeah, I play with. But these trolling people that's been trolling me for 2 years, I'm not playing. I'm here to figure out what's up. You just got off the internet to come into my real life situation. So I'm coming to your house, and that's the internet. This is where you came from, and this is where I think I'm gonna be able to find you right here. This is just me, I am Strange Babe. Thank you for coming. Wow, I've been there a couple of times, but I'm going in a minute. I shouldn't have moved this. Let's do this right here. Oh yeah, yeah. If I could get like the things that I want, I'm gonna have to get a stand. If it's worth being on YouTube, as far as buying all this different equipment, so I could interact with the YouTubers, then I'm gonna do it. This is my first live. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the live. And if it's worth, maybe I can get a couple of subs out the deal. And then I'll make the channel. You know how they say invest in yourself, invest in my channel. I will invest in the channel and bring some more things that's going on, because I know I said a lot this live and I was talking fast, but I'm gonna slow it down. When I slow it down, I want you to understand what I'm saying. But right now I'm very anxious. It's my first live. I'm trying to see how long I can live. And I'm looking for the people that's been gang stalking me outside of the internet. The ones that came off the internet to my real life situation. These are the people that I'm looking to engage. We're right at 50 minutes. So not to be confrontational to the public, but if anybody ever endured gang stalking, you'll know what I'm talking about. I know it's these YouTubing people. I was gonna use a cuss word. I know you have a lot to do with it, you and your little buddies. But to me, it's nothing but stalking. It's not no fucking game to me. It's stalking. You're coming. You got off the internet to find me. So, bitch, I want to know why. And why you doing this V2K on me? Why you so fucking interested in what I think? Why you so interested? You don't fucking know me. You don't know me. I don't care. I don't care what Tom, Dick, and Harry told you. If you wanted to know something, all you had to do was ask. You didn't have to go to these extremes. Oh, you couldn't ask? Well, it wasn't meant for you to know, huh? It's none of your damn business. If you can't come up to me and talk to me, it's none of your fucking business. That means you're not in my world. My business is not your business. If you can't talk to me, it's not none of your damn business. You need to stick with the people that you can talk to. You can interact with. If you cannot come up to me, you can't talk to me, that's because you're not in my world, because we're not friends. You're in somebody else's business now. And I know there's a lot of intellectual property these YouTubers are into stealing. There's a couple of things I've said that I've seen like comedians say. I'm like, this motherfucker just said what I said in the privacy of a chat. Well, a chat is not private, but a couple of them, the privacy of my home. That's why I know it's you internet motherfuckers. You nasty ass trolls. Yeah, there's a sale in hell for you, but I know that you're the ones that's doing it, the ones on the internet. It's the ones on the internet that's doing all the stalking. You're doing it. And that's why I'm here. Because apparently you either wanted me to come on here or you just wanted to fuck with me for as long as you wanted to. Well, I'm here and this is my first live and I'm ready to address any questions or issues you may have with me. I like the fact that I'm going into 53 minutes. That's good stuff. I know in the beginning, yes, I was talking a little fast, but I had to get it out. I had to get it out. This, you can't play with this. You can't play with this kind of shit. It's been building up for 2 years. I've just been fucked over, played with, toyed with, cat and mouse bullshit. I can't play with it anymore. It was like the words just spilling out of my mouth, you know. And another thing that I didn't appreciate with this B2K shit is when I'm praying, they had the nerve to get between me and God. They try to get between me and my prayers. I'm praying, I can hear this fool cussing and carrying on. That enraged me. I think I hadn't prayed in a couple of months, because I was so busy trying to figure out what was going on with this gang stock and stuff. So some just said pray. And when I prayed and I heard their voices getting between me and the Lord, I was infuriated. I'm like, these people think they shit don't stink. They think they're playing a real dangerous game. When you're intervening, I would say shut the fuck up when I'm praying. Shut the fuck up. You running your little game. But when a person is trying to get closer to their creator, to be intervening in what I'm saying while I'm praying, talking about what I'm praying, and praying about. I think it went too far. Um, and that's the point of it all. They want to go too far. They want to cross those lines. They want to push those buttons. They're trying to push those buttons. So they pushed them, and this is my response. I'm going to meet it head on. You know, um, not playing games with these people anymore. You know what? And then I have a picture of a stone. It was a rock or whatever. Utah got a bunch of rocks all over the place. So I'm just sitting on this big half a boulder type thing, and I come back maybe like a week later. They done spray painted on the boulder. Don't think. They don't want you to think. Do you know how hard it is not to think, analyze a situation? The reason why they wrote don't think is because they will use your thoughts against you. This is the age that is coming to where they're actually trying to use your own thoughts against you with the V2K. You can have the stupidest thought and just thinking or something, and it may be politically incorrect or socially incorrect. It's just a thought. It comes and goes, but they don't think. So they're trying to get mindless fucking zombies that you can only think of chocolate raindrops and color coated cookies. Just a stupid, mindless zombie is what they want. Don't think. Your brain hurts when you don't think. When you try not to cover just your flowing thoughts so these people can't get into it. I know it sounds crazy, because it is crazy, but this is the time we're living in. Crazy fucking times. They have discovered technology that can literally read your thoughts word for word. It's word for word. And I got a picture of that stone that says don't think. And what it does, if you try not to think, like I don't want them to Know my business. What happens is you get a mind fog. You start getting headaches because you're not free thinking anymore. You're not freely thinking. Your IQ will go down because you're suppressing thoughts. You're gonna get dumber because your mind is not created. No matter how ridiculous it may be, your mind constantly creates and think of different things that it wants to do and how it sees the world. And this thing is telling you not to even do that. And that is just something that ain't gonna happen, but they will use your thoughts against you. This is a phase, this is what's going on this day and age. They want you to be mindless, thoughtless zombies. Don't think of nothing politically incorrect. Don't think of nothing. And even if you was thinking of gumdrops and candy, guess what? They're gonna find a way to criminalize that. This is what gang stalkers do. They take your thoughts and they make them shit. Even when you could just be trying to understand. Anyway, I ain't got all the words for it, but that's a little bit of what I got. Thanks for watching. This is Yesme TV. I am Stranger Babe. Thank you for coming to my first live. Regardless if you stayed for a few seconds, thank you for saying hello. Thank you for saying hi. Just for coming through. I appreciate it. And I think this is it. Hopefully I can do this again. And I'm still learning, so bear with me. I'm finna click it on off. And bye. Yep.